Hi Aquarius! Welcome to your quantum reading. This is for Aquarius Sun, Moon, or Rising. Crosswatcher, you could be dealing with Aquarius. Message could be for you. Keep in mind that these are general and timeless readings. If you guys are wanting to check out anything, all my links are down below. My website link, my Instagram link, all of it is down below. Okay? Perfect. We'll dive into all of that. So, what else was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Thank you guys so much for liking, subscribing. Thanks for all the ways you've supported the channel. Let's dive in. Okay, how appropriate for you. All right. Aquarius. Wow. So this is actually pretty profound. This poet card. Okay, let me dive into this. First off, the astronomer card is about looking at the signs and symbols, reading the signs, and then trusting in fate. And you might need to go into that, but the poet is one I want to dive into, because for you, Aquarius, this could be that you're drawing in a lot of people, because a lot of people will just flock to the poet. There could be something very magnetizing about you and your energy, something creative that you do, or something that you draw in energies. So it's talking about like network of friends and family, but it's showing that like you actually have this ability to wear a lot of different masks. And I'm saying that delicately, because you could be almost like the point that you've had to get to. This is almost like an entertainer. And there could be this point that's going to come up for you where you reveal an aspect of yourself. It could be to either one person or multiple. And it's about being accepted for exactly who you are and just embracing yourself. But it's kind of like you might lose some people by revealing yourself, but that's okay. Whoever you lose, it's totally fine. It just means that you will like get rid of any fickle energies, either friendships or family members, and you're going to come into a stronger community. So that might actually be this astronomy card. Yes, it's about signs and symbols and reading the signs and then trusting and going into particular situations where you have to fully rely on the signs. But it's like this trust process, and it's almost like you might need that in a way for motivation. Like the way that you stimulate your mind is actual experiential learning. So you have to kind of go in and be encompassed by a situation, because that's usually when you're at your best or your top, is when, because you're about the mind. I've heard some people say that Aquarians are like the grandfather of the air signs, like, because you're towards the end, you're closest to Pisces and the end of the zodiac signs. So it's like the majority of Aquarians that I meet are very wise and people watchers, and they just observe and gather information and look at patterns based off of, like, of course, your life experience and all the information that you absorb. So for you, this is actually crazy perfect that you have identity coming out, because that poet card, there could be something like where you've been shifting through identities, like trying to find yourself. And maybe you could have, looking back, you're realizing like you tried on a lot of different lifestyles or hats or things, and you're at this point now of kind of dissolving all of that, maybe even survival aspects that you had to take on just to get through whatever you were dealing with. And it feels like you're coming more and more into your own identity, like whatever, and it could be small things, like whatever you want to wear, you're wearing it, or it's just like all these things. It's coming together and you're creating some kind of solidified ideal of who you are, like very much getting in touch with yourself. Just FYI, we have forgiveness here. Okay, that's either you, and I wouldn't be surprised too. Someone could be asking for your forgiveness, Aquarius, but also I wonder if there's something even vice versa about the energy. You might just have to, in general, forgive people at this time so that you can officially move on to the blessings that are coming in that the eclipse could have shaken up for you. But I'm gonna dive way into this. Seriously, I cannot get into enough of the planetary positions. Okay, so let's see. All right, so we've got 8 of Wands. Very first out, looks like there's messages. Some of you guys could be doing some kind of communications online, or there's just like a lot of like messages that keep coming in back and forth. And it's about the 7 of Wands. Wow, wow, wow. So it feels like you might be kind of caught in this energy. And there could be something even like going on about releasing. You're all about perseverance, it feels like to me too. Oh yeah. Okay, this is so freaking appropriate. So it feels almost like at one capacity there's fast movement that happens, like things move forward, and it feels as though you could be defensive at this time, or you're defending yourself or standing up, like standing your ground in a particular energy and trying to get a win out of a situation. But in general, you're just elevating anyway from this situation. So which could also be that some energies keep kind of testing you. So I would be conscious of that, you know, holding on to your dignity and not lowering yourself in any way. Because every time you do, every time these people trigger you and you either get defensive or explain yourself or anything like that, or get fired up, you kind of lose the higher ground. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, this is so freaking appropriate. It's crazy. So the Temperance is over the whole thing. This will be tricky because this is kind of perfect too. You have all this fire, and right now Mars is retrograde in Gemini, which will totally be affecting you because any kind of fixed energy you have, you just have to be kind of patient. Something might not be going as fast as you want, because I can see that you have this fast forward movement, and it's in connection here too with some kind of monetary exchange. Okay, so you could be paying for something, or there could be something, money's coming in, you could be also paying someone else to like get some forward movement. And then we have the Knight of Swords. That's totally your energy. Okay, so it's showing me that there's a lot of communications that are happening. It could be, like I said, emails, texts, like whatever calls. You have the Ace of Pentacles right there. Nice, nice. All right, there's something new coming in. I can see that you're kind of calming down, so you could be mastering moderation, patience, like not losing your cool in this situation, because there's a definite elevation that's happening here. Okay, because I can see the fast movement. When it moves fast, it moves fast. We have the 4 of Pentacles. Okay, you could be, there's an energy right here that isn't quite moving or budging. It's out of self-protection. That could be you. And I will tell you what happens in general is there's an entanglement that happens between 3. And like I've told you guys, you need a human, preferably 2 outside of yourself, to get an entanglement going in your reality. Because you're going through this growth process, right? You're going through this spiritual growth and this elevation and evolution. And I can see you're very direct and blunt. That's fine. I don't think it's bad. I just think that what's tricky for you right now is like, yeah, you could be very much like, you'll just say it how it is right now. Okay, that could be the Mars in Gemini. The one thing I'm going to tell you guys about that energy, it can be a little bit argumentative. Okay, someone also might get defensive, because I can see here that you're very just like, someone just might see what you say, or you know what I mean? Because your communication just like cuts right through. Something about it stands out. Maybe, I don't know what it is. You just want to make sure that you think, reflect before you say anything or communicate anything, because energies are going to be kind of moving fast. And this is crazy because you have Chiron right there in your mind. some kind of, this is your Chiron wound. I would seriously recommend you guys look up your Chiron. It's super helpful, okay? And then we have the Chariot, more freaking fast forward movement. It almost feels like, too, that your ability to forgive and move forward is going to be kind of the name of the game for you. Because some of you guys, I will tell you what happens during not only the Scorpio season, but the Pluto retrograde was a power struggle. Scorpio season can be power struggles and debts, like things that are still kind of attached to you, and like dealing with the emotions. And I will tell you, Scorpio holds a grudge. Okay, I've totally seen that in the energies. So if you went through something in the past, because you, out of survival, you could have had to kind of shape shift, or, you know, you were kind of like chameleon like. I don't know if you guys realize that or not. It's at least what the cards are showing me. You could have also been dealing with other shapeshifters and stuff, but it's like you're coming into more of a firm identity. Like, you know who you are. This is what works for you, and that's all becoming very solidified. It's very good. But it feels like for you to be able to move forward, it's going to require you to either forgive someone on your own. I wouldn't be surprised if people are maybe even wanting your forgiveness. Nice. Oh, heck yes. What did I just say? See, here were the past energies. Underneath the Wheel of Fortune is the Five of Pentacles, the challenging fives, and the Five of Swords. So there was the power struggle. You also could have been dealing with a person that was like trying to get control over you, but you could have realized that they were trying to gaslight you, or trying to like project or shift their own accountability or blame onto you. And it feels like to me, to get out of the situation, you could have maybe felt left out in the cold, or you were dealing with some kind of scarcity mindset, or you were legit like just trying to get away. Getting out of that situation, you had to, because that can be self-abandonment. That can be a part of the psychological abuse. That's all changing. The Wheel of Fortune is saying that all those challenging fives that you dealt with are moving. Like, your luck is now coming in. That also can be the Jupiter energy. Damn, I forgot to bring that up, and look at this. Now you're coming out of that cold. Two of Wands, there's the Ten of Pentacles right freaking there. That's amazing. So it's about, yes, forward movement, planning ahead. There's this old wound that keeps surfacing, or there's something here that I can see that you keep, like, occasionally. This is what Scorpio season will bring up. Every time it happens, it's a cellular DNA thing. And so there could be internal kind of cellular wounds that you're trying to alchemize and bring up, and that's a part of the moderation. Moderation is very alchemical. So your ability to like balance out your eating habits, lower your extremes, which it's a process, because for those of you that have dealt with like these crazy freaking situations of, you know, narcissistic energies, that the gaslighting causes an extreme roller coaster emotional chemical programming within your cells, and it takes a bit to calm that down. It's like this very tricky process of staying disconnected from the entanglement that's causing that in the first place, so holding your boundary, and then like this practice of self-care. So it's like those extremes could have been causing you guys to go to something to self-medicate and do things in extremes. It feels like to me, the cards are telling me that you are mastering it somehow this next week. You could be pulling in a thing that's going to help you, like either motivate you, or it will make things more convenient or easier for you to moderate yourself. Because I'm seeing you getting a hang of that. And that's how you're approaching whatever your Chiron wound is. Dude, seriously, look up your freaking astrology. But you've got money coming in. Feels like to me that there also could be some things that are coming in ahead. There could be the first signs of something opening up that looks like it's a raise in money, or it's just like an increase in your stability. Whatever it is, it looks really positive. So I can see you might be a little bit cautious about spending money, or like you're a little bit cautious about your resources. I don't blame you at all. Yeah, there's the Scorpio season coming in. But you have the Nine of Pentacles right there. Dude, you're confident. I can see you guys like fired up about something. And I don't blame you. So I'm going to tell you exactly what I recommended to the other signs. You find a freaking way to channel that energy, because I'm telling you, if you don't have a sport or a hobby or a self-expression where you actually move your body, watch how it expresses in your day-to-day. And you guys will know what I mean when you experience it. But it's saying right here, you're just moving up into this place of confidence and mastery. Okay? Could be in your independence too. It feels like to me also that you guys are trying to like conquer doing something on your own. It's like you almost want to be at a particular place. Something new is going to come in. I'm just seeing here, like being very direct in communications, but watch your defensiveness, because you'll see in your process that it will kind of like take you back to square one, and you'll have to elevate again or get your emotions or your energy back into balance whenever you have to get to this point again. So keep that in mind. Okay, my loves. So let me dive into the extended Aquarius. If you guys want to join me over there, feel free. Go down below, click on the Vimeo link. I'll see you over there. But Aquarius, if this is where we leave things, I'm sending you so much love, wishing you all the very best, and I'll see you in your next reading. Take care.